Hey, today I have one simple message for you, and it is that you do not need a professional camera or any other professional equipment for that matter to produce high quality visual content for your business on social media. Your smartphone camera is enough. And I'm not afraid to scream it from the rooftops. I'm not. So many people still think that the smartphone cameras are in some way inferior. But you should see us, professional photographers, getting more and more frustrated with the quality of the images that smartphones allow to create nowadays. It is so often that I would go out with a friend of mine and we would be snapping photos of things that we see out there. He'll be with his Samsung phone and I will be with my more serious photo camera. And I would look at his photos afterwards and I would get really frustrated that I even bothered to bring my heavy camera on a walk with me. His photos would be so good. Another reason some people shrug at the smartphone cameras is that they think that the quality of the image itself is inferior. And yes, I admit that the quality of the images in terms of the pixels and resolution varies greatly. And I'm sure that it's not for long either, with the technology going where it's going. But think about it this way. Do you really think that you need an image for your social media that is more than this size? That's the thing. You do not. You absolutely do not. And the smartphone camera gives you a much larger image, which you can then manipulate and use in your graphics, and you can put a filter on it. You can do anything your heart desires with it before it gets reduced to a much smaller size by your social media platform of choice. And the second point that I want to make today is that our everyday smartphone snapshots, given that they are being taken in a good lighting conditions and they're properly composed, are actually a lot more relatable to the viewer than the professionally taken photographs. On social media, we look for content that is in the moment and real. We don't come to social media to see the best photos taken of you where you're all glammed up and illuminated by professional lighting. No. Now, I'm not saying that professional photographers are totally out of job here. No, of course not. There is a ton of work for us out there, a ton. And I'm not afraid to say, but for social media, you want to produce content that is real and content that is in the moment, as real as you yourself are, because we follow businesses only when we love the humans who run them. We want to see those humans and their everyday struggles. We want to see their everyday wins, right? Point number 3 for today is that people go out and buy professional camera and they're still frustrated with the results. Because now, to add to the fact that they had no clue how to take a good quality photo in the first place, now they also need to learn how to use their new fancy camera. And they get even worse results than they would have gotten if they simply used their little smartphone. Those cameras are so difficult to use. There is too much to know, there is too much to learn, there is too much to remember in every moment. And if you're one of the most people out there who are not professional photographers or amateur photographers who lack the basic skills in taking better photos, your new fancy camera will stop you from content creation even more. You will feel even more blocked. I have this good friend who was encouraging my photography exploration in the days when I was just starting out as a professional. And he told me this one thing that I keep passing along to every newbie photographer. He said to me, Irina, you must first learn to take amazing photos with what you already have. Now, back then, I still had a flip phone. There was no smartphone even on the horizon anywhere. They didn't exist. I had purchased my first DSLR, and my problem was that I wanted every freaking lens that Nikon was making. So he would try and stop me from going completely broke, and he encouraged me to take a lot of photos with just this basic kit lens that came with my camera. Before I reached the place and my expertise, the place where that requires me to get that special lens for some special purpose, right? I, of course, didn't listen. What you actually need instead of professional equipment is to let your personality shine. I will talk about that in the next video, so make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. And by the way, I also have created a training for those who want to experience more with their smartphone camera. I teach basic skills to use in the lighting, composition, and editing to make your photos look great, and you can find out more information through the link below. Bye for now.